What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, back with another news video. And before I run down the highlights, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Actually, before I give you a rundown on the highlights, I wanted to announce that starting Tuesday, I'm going to open up a draw for your chance to purchase the Air Jordan 4 White Oreo at retail. Now, to get a head start on this, there's a link in the description below which will take you to our Instagram page. Make sure to hit follow, and then you're halfway there. That is part of the requirements to enter. And of course, I will be making the announcement and posting a link on Tuesday. So, moving forward, I have details on the upcoming Air Jordan 5 Racer Blue. This is exclusive info, as well as the Air Jordan 4 Infrared. Unfortunately, I leaked that a bit early. I typically like to leak that the same day as I'm dropping a video, but I'm going to give you more details on that later on. Now, there's a ton more from Jordan Brand in this video, a lot of release dates, as well as a strong lineup from Nike and a few things from Adidas. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. For fans of the Yeezy 450, we got another upcoming release. This pair won't actually release until the end of the year, and this is the Yeezy 450 Resin. Now, this is a Photoshop, so what actually releases may look different. However, they are expected to feature a muted olive green prime knit upper with the same shade covering the organic shaped EVA foam exoskeleton sole that wraps the lower part of the shoe and expands onto the upper. So once again, just a clean look, all one color, and the pair is expected to release in December for $200. Several months back, news came out that the Yeezy Boost 700 MNVN in Blue Tint would release. At the time we saw a Photoshop, I was hoping that the blue would be a bit brighter, but that isn't going to be the case, and what we're looking at is our first look. So, the pair features blue tint across the uppers while constructed with nylon. We have 3M reflective detailing, along with the traditional large 700 branding, and then we have black on the full-length Boost midsole, laces, tongue, heel clip, and the rubber outsole. No specific release date for this pair, but they are expected to release in July, and that is just around the corner, and the retail price will be $220. In my last video, I spoke on an ACG inspired Nike SB Dunk Low. This would be the third releasing, and I wanted to give you a little bit more information. So, the pair is known as Red Plum and features a red plum, black, taxi, and citron colorway. Now, we don't have a specific release date. They were expected to debut this summer, and that is the case, but to narrow it down a bit more, they are rumored for August. The retail price will be $100. So this was talked about quite a bit last week, so unfortunately I'm a bit late on it, but during the Louis Vuitton Menswear Spring 2022 runway show in Paris, which took place on June 24th, Virgil Abloh unveiled multiple colorways of the Louis Vuitton Off-White Nike Air Force One Low. Now, I'm sure a lot of you remember that back in the day there was a lot of fake Air Force Ones that featured Louis Vuitton print as well as their materials. Not really like anything we're seeing here. The closest might be a mid, which I'll include. There is a few mids, but mostly lows. But with this lineup, each pair features different materials. For example, one looks to have patent leather. We also have leather used on other pairs, and a lot of textured and embossed detailing. For the swoosh, it has the cross stitching running throughout, what we typically see on Virgil collabs, as well as a small tab. And we have offset Louis Vuitton branding on the tongue, air on the midsole, and words on the laces. Also shown is a Louis Vuitton luggage that features Nike's emblem tag on the top of the bag. So this is pretty interesting, the whole look. I know a lot of people are saying that they're releasing, however, there's no confirmation as of yet. Also, if they do release, expect a very hefty price tag. I don't think they would cost as much as the Dior. I could be wrong, but at the minimum, I believe it would cost $1,000 each. Now, once there's more information, I'll definitely make sure to update you, but let me know your thoughts on the collection down below. We have more Air Force Ones to go over. This time we have a preview of 3 colorways from Undercover on the Nike Air Force One Low. And each pair is inspired by the Rividerci, Now, this is an ACG model that originally released back in 1992. So, to go over the three colorways, one comes dressed in the original ACG gray and magenta colorway, another pair comes in all white, while the third has a graphic running across the upper. Now, taken from the Rivederci is the heel, so we actually have an overlay that wraps it, as well as a neoprene collar. Unfortunately, we don't have a release date for the three, but the rumor is that all three will debut in 2022. I actually like what they're doing here, but the only pair that I would really like is the OG ACG in gray and magenta. New York Skate magazine Quartersnacks collaborated with Nike SB back in 2014 on the SB Dunk Low. In 2018, they dropped the Blazer Low, and now for 2021, they have a new Nike SB Dunk Low releasing. This pair comes highlighted with zebra print on the toe box, panels, collar, and insoles. Following, we have black leather on the swoosh logos, toe cap, eye stays, and overlays. Co-branding lands on the tongue labels and insoles, while Quartersnacks logo is embroidered on the lateral heel. Other details includes a cell midsole and a black rubber outsole. Overall, they're decent. Again, we don't have a release date for this pair, but they are expected to debut sometime later this year. The NBA and Nike is coming together to release a collaboration later this year, and what we're looking at is the NBA Nike Dunk Low EMB 75th anniversary. Now, there's two colorways releasing. One pair comes dressed in cell, black, and chili red, and that is said to represent the Chicago Bulls. The second pair, which we only have a mock-up of, is dressed in black, racer blue, gray fog, and orange. That pair is said to represent the New York Knicks. Both pairs will feature 75th anniversary and the NBA logo on the tongue label, along with a lace jewel with a lasered diamond. The diamond is to celebrate the 75th anniversary, which is known as the diamond anniversary. Also, each pair will come housed in special packaging. Now, for the two, we have a release month, which is October 2021, and the retail price will be $110 each. Honestly, both are nice, but I wish there was some sort of tribute specifically to the New York Knicks or the Chicago Bulls, but that's just my opinion. Let me know yours down below. There is a second Air Jordan 1 Low, part of the Mighty Swooshers pack. Sometime back I showcased the pink pair, but now we have a pair dressed in blue. Now, the true inspiration behind this pair is unknown. The rumor is that it's inspired by anime. Now, I talked about that in a previous video. I believe the model was the Air Force 1 of 1. And for that pair, the characters were made up, so it wasn't for a specific anime. We also had the Reagan's character, so that's a familiar face. But for the Air Jordan 1 Low shown, it's a bit more toned down. The only graphic we actually see from these photos is on the translucent outsole. Now, what you'll be able to see is that the outsole features large eyes as well as other graphics. Up top, it looks like we have a mixture of leather, patent leather, and nubuck, along with a few shades of blue. Lastly, we have white that wraps the toe, panels, laces, tongue, liner, and midsole. Another pair that doesn't have a release date, however, they are expected to release this summer, and the retail price will be $110. Alright, so the Air Jordan 1 High OG Bred Patent, aka Reimagine, is making another appearance in a video, but this time I wanted to showcase them because we now have on-feet images. Other than that, all the information is the same, and one thing I wanted to touch on is the fact that the hang tag was said to be gold. However, from the images I've seen, it looks like they come with a red Jumpman hang tag. I'm sure that's not a big deal to many. To me, I don't really care. And for those that want to purchase, they are currently scheduled to release on October 23rd, and the retail price will be $170. For those that don't know, Billie Eilish will collaborate with Jordan Brand on two models. One of them is the Air Jordan 1 KO, the other is the Air Jordan 15. The Air Jordan 15 is said to be her favorite model, and another one of her favorite shoes is the Don C Jordan Legacy 312 in ghost green, so that is where the KO takes its inspiration from. Now, we already announced the release date for the Air Jordan 15, but we now have a release date for the Air Jordan 1 KO. Now, before I give you that info, another thing I wanted to point out is that The shoe features her Bloche logo on the tongue. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And then on the insoles, we have her name, Billie Eilish, and the Jumpman logo. So just like the Air Jordan 15, her Air Jordan 1 KO will release on September 9th. Unfortunately, we don't have a retail price. This is a pair that I'm waiting patiently for, and this is the Aleali May Air Jordan 14 Low. So the other day I was searching on eBay and I came across new images. Somebody was selling them early. I believe the individual wanted $700, which I'm not mad at him. Get your money, but unfortunately I wouldn't be able to pay that kind of money for these, although I really like them. But the good news is that a release is just around the corner. So other than the new images, we have a potential release date for her next collaboration, which is July 17th. That's actually 2 days after my birthday, so this will be a late birthday gift to me, and the retail price will be $190. Let me know your thoughts on this pair down below. I hope they're not super limited, but I should have more information on all that soon. Alright, so we have a release date for the Off-White Air Jordan 2 Low in white and red, as well as black and blue. So before I give you the release date, I wanted to go on a small rant about the shoes. Now, to give you my stance, personally, I love the Air Jordan 2. I'm also a fan of the Air Jordan 2 Low. Now, I know a lot of people aren't fans of the model, and I'm sure for the most part there's going to be a lot of people passing just because they don't like them, but I'm seeing a lot of videos and people basically trying to pressure those that don't like the Air Jordan 2 not to buy them. And honestly, it's not that serious. Sure, everybody that's fans of the Air Jordan 2 and want these pairs, one or the other or both, I hope you're able to land them. But the aggression that I've seen and the talking trash and stuff like that, I think that's a bit too far. It's really not that serious, at least to me. But if you plan on going after one or the other, both will release on September 23rd. Unfortunately, we don't have a retail price as of yet. Now, I really want the white and red pair over the black and blue. Although the black and blue is still nice, I kind of wish that Jordan brand would release them on separate days. I feel that it would give me and a lot of others a better chance at grabbing at retail. And depending on availability, that will also determine the resale price. I'm hoping if I miss out at retail that the resale price won't be extremely high. And honestly, I don't think it will be, just because, to go back to my early statement, a lot of people don't like the twos. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on both of these down below. And like always, expect more information soon. Another small update on the Air Jordan 12 playoffs. Now, a couple weeks back, I announced that the Air Jordan 12 playoffs is confirmed to return in 2022. Shortly after that, we received a release date, which is February 19th, and that lands right during All-Star Weekend, unless All-Star Weekend is moved again next year, but I don't think it will be. Hopefully not. And now for the new info. Originally, the pair was expected to retail at $190. However, that is not going to be the case. The new retail price is $200. Just a $10 increase, but I mean, that's probably going to amount to millions for the brand. I'm not mad at them. I'm sure a lot of us don't really mind to pay it. But I wanted to update you guys as well as get your thoughts on the $10 price increase. Now, this isn't for all Jordan retros, it's just for the playoffs. But I do wonder why they're making a $10 increase. In my opinion, this might be another case where Jordan brand knows they can make that extra $10 per pair. That isn't confirmed, it's just what I've always thought on certain releases. So just to recap, February 19th, 2022, and the retail price will be $200. For this video, I have two pieces of exclusive news. Now, unfortunately, I had to leak this on Saturday, I believe. I'm sure you've seen it on Instagram, the websites, but to give you guys a bit more context behind the shoes and overall information, this is the Air Jordan 4 Infrared. So what you're looking at is a mock-up. However, it is an accurate representation of what's releasing. There might be very minor details that have changed, but this is how the release is confirmed to come out. So in my opinion, they remind me of the Green Glow Air Jordan 4. I saw a lot of people saying they remind them of the Air Jordan 4 Fear, and I get that argument as well, but to me, they're a lot closer to the green glow. Now, as you can see, the big difference between the green glow and the infrared is the obvious, and that is infrared. That will land on the Jumpman branding, eyelets, and more than likely the branding on the heel. Now, I can't confirm this, but more than likely it's going to feature a Jumpman on the heel. Unfortunately, when I received a preview of them, it was just a side view. Other than that, we have shades of gray on the base, a lighter shade that wraps the toe, black on the mesh, tongue label, insoles, laces, and the bottom part of the winged eyelets. Other details includes white on the midsole, as well as the outsole that's joined with shades of gray. This pair will release on February 5th, 2022, and the retail price will be $190. Let me know your thoughts on this pair down below. Is this a pickup or pass for you? Now, you guys know I had to give you something fresh for this video as far as exclusive news goes, especially since I was MIA last week. Well, I dropped one video. I wanted to at least drop two. It didn't work out as planned, but I have details on the Air Jordan 5 Racer Blue. Again, another collaboration with Z Sneakerhead Z, and this is a mock-up. However, it's an accurate mock-up of what's releasing. So what you're looking at is what we're getting. To me, it kind of reminds me of the black metallic 5s, just with the addition of blue, of course. And personally, I'm really liking them. Now, the pair will feature a black racer blue and reflective silver colorway. Black nubuck will run across the base. We have translucent mesh on the panels and tongue. The top of the tongue will be 3M reflective, dipped in silver. And then we have racer blue on the Jumpman inside of the tongue, lace lock, Jumpman on the heel and the midsole. Finishing the look is a translucent outsole. February will be a busy month. This is another pair dropping, which will be available on February 12th, 2022. Now, for the 2022 releases I spoke on, which is the Playoff 12s, the Infrared 4s, and the Racer Blue 5s, it's very possible that the release dates could change. So just keep that in mind. And for this pair, the retail price will be $190. For me, this is 100% go. I do plan on grabbing them. And like always, let me know your thoughts down below. And that's going to wrap it up for this video. Like always, I appreciate you guys for watching. And just as another heads up, for those that want to enter our draw for the Air Jordan 4 White Oreo, there will be a link in the description below, which will take you to our Instagram page. Make sure to follow. That's where we're going to make the announcement. Now, if you're already following, then you're already halfway there, but the official announcement and the start will be on Tuesday. I just don't think I'm going to drop a video on Tuesday, so I wanted to give you guys the heads up today. Anyways, you got any questions, comments, let me know down below. And before I get out of here, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.